What's up, everyone, and welcome back to your favorite show on X, on YouTube, wherever you consume the show. Welcome back to your favorite show. It's Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have your normal Monday team here today. You have myself, AlphaDog Bets, here with my guy, staying positive, in the PGA shirt, I believe, JD. How are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. As far as the weekend was fun, it was nice to have a few days. I actually still had plays, but besides that, I kind of took the weekend off, and just had some fun. So it's definitely nice to do that. How are you?
Oh, living the dream, brother. How was your July 4th? Tell everyone about it.
It was good, man. Spent the day on the boat a good portion of the day. The Discord did not end up getting that shirtless pic.
I did.
But somebody else did here, so.
What a dream it was for me.
But no, man, it was good, man. It was fun.
Good.
Yeah, it was just mostly chill. So
love to hear that. Yeah, I did something very similar. Went to a barbecue, consumed about 97 beers, about 97 hot dogs, about 96 cheeseburgers, and about 48 cookies. So it was a good day for me. Gotta love the 4th of July. It's an excuse to be a fat ass, drink as many beers as you can consume, and just chill with the boys, really. So I had a great time.
You know what? I do have to say something about that. As far as I didn't do any of that.
You had no beers.
I had no beers.
No hot dogs.
No hot dogs.
No burgers.
No burgers. Steak.
What did you eat?
I ate steak.
Okay, that's fine. That's at least it's something that's good. You know what I mean?
Because actually, as far as this diet, man, I've been sticking to it. And actually, today marks 5 weeks, and I'm down 19 pounds.
Let's go. So, you look good, dude. You can see it in your face. You look good.
Appreciate it, man. So, yeah, the diet's going well. And, yeah, I'm definitely happy to be able to stick through that through the holiday. Yeah, out there on the boat, we were definitely still like doing a little something though. So.
Okay, maybe something a little green, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There you go. As long as you enjoyed your day and had a great time, that is all that matters. JD, on this show, as we always do, I get to say one thing right all week, and that's today when we go into our weekend recap. Excuse me. I had a good day yesterday. I had a very solid weekend. Yesterday was a very good day. We swept our free plays. It was funny. So USA Soccer played Mexico last night. Everyone knew Mexico was the big favorite. Everyone knew the United States was a big underdog, right? So I tweeted after the first USA goal, "Let's go USA." All these people DM me. "You effing moron. You bet USA over this Mexico team." Guys, I was just enjoying the game as someone from the United States watching the soccer match. So I do have to put that out there. A lot of you said some really nasty DMs about that. I said, guys, I'm just watching the game. I have no money on it. I'm just a fan of USA. So that was that yesterday. But outside of that, we had an absolutely monster day. I believe we won just over 3 units. So we're looking to transition that into the new week. How did you do, bro?
Overall, for the weekend, I was a little bit down. I think I finished down 3 units. So, yeah, this weekend wasn't the actual best, but yeah, it was.
As long as you didn't go to a vegan barbecue per Joe. Joe, let me tell you something. One of my buddies is a vegan, right? One of my buddies, he says he's a vegan. He says it's about his health journey. If you say, "What are you doing? What are you eating?" He always says, "Don't worry about your own health journey. It's my health journey, not yours," right? I look over at the barbecue, Joe, and this mother sucker is eating a triple dog on one bun. 3 hot dogs in the bun. I walk over. I go, "What happened to your vegetarianism? What happened to your veganism? What the hell?" He goes, "It's my health journey, not your health journey." So I guess everyone enjoys the 4th of July in their own way. JD, I think it's about time we dive into a little MLB. And as always, guys, put the games you want us to cover in the chat. We pre-selected 4 games to break down today, but we want to go over whatever games you guys want us to go over. So drop them in the chat, what you want us to do, and we'll be happy to cover whatever games you guys want us to go over. But before that, let's put up the graphic. And you guys have to bear with us a little bit, just a little peel behind the curtain. The software we use to put this show on every day has completely changed for us. So if we misclick something looks a little different. We apologize. We're getting kind of the hang of the changes to the platform here. So I do apologize about that. JD, it's about time to dive into the first game of the day. You ready?
Let's do it.
First game we're breaking down today is going to be the Tampa Bay Rays going to Detroit and taking on the Tigers. We put this game up here for one reason, JD. This is the one game we talked about before the show, just you and I chatting it up, is that the Rays are a minus 120 in Detroit going up against the best record in baseball and the best home record in baseball at 30-14. Pitching for the Rays today is Shane Baz. Shane Baz is 8-3 with a 4.3 ERA. He gives up a decent amount of runs. He gives up a lot of homers, but this team scores when he is on the bump. He's given up 16 homers on the year in just 97 innings, but yet again, he's got a record of 8-3. JD, I'll let you intro the Tigers pitching information because technically it's still undecided, but JD has a little information he was able to potentially uncover earlier. So JD, what do you have for the Tiger starter today?
As far as Tigers, I think
this is why we did it, Mason. This is why we did it. We knew you guys would want to talk about this. And shout out Bill. What's up, Bill? We appreciate you, bro.
What's going on, Bill? It looks like that Montero is actually going to start. As far as Flaherty was going to start, I'm not sure what exactly is going on there. But I think Kiter is actually going to be the one getting the start here. But it doesn't really matter because, to be honest, neither one of those guys is somebody who I am looking to back. But yeah, the line is still interesting. But like, here's what I kind of got here. As far as Shane Baz, we've talked about it a few times. Like, the Rays just, when he's on the mound, they put up runs.
Yep.
And the Rays have been kind of a team for me this season that I can't really understand, because some games when I think they should put up runs, they're not. And then games where you think they're going to be held down, they score 8. So this season for me has just been kind of one of those teams.
Yeah.
But overall, the Rays, as far as their season, they have won a lot more games than I thought they would.
Yeah.
So, but here is, as far as specifically Baz goes, he, throughout the season, I've said on here multiple times, I've been trying to actually target him and actually try to bet against him and actually something.
Yep. Same.
If you look at his past couple starts, you notice that his strikeouts have gone way up.
Way up.
Let me pull that back up. Yeah, he pitched versus the Royals. He struck out 9, and then last time out versus the A's, he struck out 11 guys.
Also, in those 2 games, JD, he went a combined 15 innings. 8 innings against the Royals and 7 against the Athletics. He's been pitching some great games as of late.
Yep, which is something that normally he does not go deep. We've actually talked about that. How he normally only goes between that 4 and 5.
Yep.
Well, all that's because he has added in a new pitch. He actually has a cut fastball now that is working extremely well.
Yep.
And that is why I think, the Rays are actually at this price. This was a play where I was wanting to back the actual Rays here. I thought we were going to get a better price, though. Honestly, even though, I do think they have the edge here, especially on the mound, I just don't know if I can still lay this price, though. But there's kind of where I'm at. But I'm looking, I haven't looked at it yet. I'm going to right now. What's the Shane Baz? What is his strikeout number today?
Let me pull it up. I have it right here. Give me 1 second. Yep, and FanDuel still has TBD, just so everyone knows. ESPN is TBD, DraftKings has TBD, so no one has officially posted the pitcher today for the Tigers. And Shane Baz's strikeout prop today is 5.5 plus 110 on the over. It's heavily juiced on the under.
I am betting that to the over.
There we go. So JD's giving his official play. I love that.
That actually is going to be a client play. Why is it 5.5?
I think it's because the Tigers don't strike out. They're one of the best teams that, again, it's not striking out. But, he's been so good at it. You take a look at his most recent performances, guys. That's 4 consecutive games he's gone over that 5.5 total, and it's juiced on the under. One thing I do want to point out is that these 2 teams did just face each other. And on the 20th, so June 20th, Detroit did play the Rays. Baz was the pitcher in that game, and it ended up being 14-8. He did still get 6 strikeouts in that game. Like I said, 4 consecutive games. He has gone over that total, but maybe that's why they're a little hesitant. Do you take that into account that they just saw him about 2 weeks ago and they had a lot of success off him in that spot? But I don't believe he had his new cut fastball working when they did face each other. So how are you taking a look at that? And are you still going to take that over 5.5 strikeouts?
Yes, because that is exactly why it's actually that low.
Yeah.
Because he did get hit, but he also walked 4 guys then. And for some reason, with actually this new cut fastball, the walks have also been down. So just the pitch mix is just working really well currently. So
100%.
This is one of those spots where, as far as the strikeouts, this is technically a very good buy low spot here.
Yeah, I would agree there. I'm actually going to be playing the Rays in the full game, guys, at the minus 120. The line tells you everything you need to know. The Tigers are going to be a public dog tonight. That's not a side you usually like to be on. Everyone and their grandmother. You're going to go on Twitter in about 3 hours, 4 hours. You're going to see all these people posting Tigers money line, and they might win this game. They might. But you want to consistently not be on that side. You don't want to be on the biggest public dog of the day. And to be honest, guys, the Tigers are definitely going to be the biggest public dog of the day. I would lock this in potentially a little bit later if you like the Rays with I do, because I do think as the day goes on, you might be able to get a better price on the Rays. But as of right now, they're a minus 120. I'm going to definitely be on them tonight. So give me the Rays. Give me Shane Baz. I do think this Rays team will have a big performance, and they should be able to get a big win tonight against this Tigers team that the Tigers have not been exactly playing great baseball, guys. Let's be honest. They just played the coldest team in baseball, the Cleveland Guardians. Last night or yesterday afternoon, they won a game they shouldn't have. They only won because of a wild pitch. The game before that, they won 1-0. The game before that, they won 2-1. And then before that, they lost the series to the Nationals. So they haven't been playing exactly great baseball right now, the Tigers. And they're coming in off a series that was a lollipop. They went up against a team that's lost 9 consecutive games. So for me, I definitely think the right play here is the Rays. They should have a big performance. They should be able to go into Detroit and take out the best team in baseball. We're going to be playing the non-public side here. JD, if you had to pick one side to win this game, who do you think would win?
Rays. Yeah.
That's what, I know you said you didn't like the price. You didn't love the price, but you did say if they were at a better price, you'd take them as well. And I do think you have to take them in the spot.
You know what? But I definitely like what you said. I wouldn't bet them now. I would actually wait to bet them. And because it's going to be one of two things that happen. And actually, I actually like both of them. One, the number's going to go down and you're going to get that better price. Or if the number goes even further up, I actually like that also. Because as far as the public, like you said, this is going to be a very public dog. And if that line goes up, then that is the clear, sharp side. So I would wait. And I just, like I said, it doesn't matter if it goes up, down. I would still bet it.
Yeah, I am with you 1,000%. Give me 1 second here. I am tweeting out the next game. And I did not think this would be a team we would talk about frequently this year, but we've unfortunately had to because they've kind of been good as of late. But we're going to be talking about the Pirates and the Royals. So give me 1 second here. Are the Pirates a live dog? I think that's a good way to put it, JD. And let's break down this game here. Pirates Royals, guys. Pitching for the Pirates is the Heen dog, Andrew Heaney. He's 4-7 in the year with a 4.16 ERA. On the other side for the Royals, a guy that started the year fantastically, Noah Cameron. He's kind of come back down to earth a little bit over the last month, but he does have some decent stuff. Let's go over Noah Cameron's numbers. He's 2-4 on the year with a 2.5 ERA. What does that tell you? This Royals team does not fucking hit for this guy. That's the best way to put it. He has a 2.5 ERA, a 1.01 whip, and he has a 2-4 record, 56 innings of work. He's only allowed 6 homers. He's only allowed 38 walks, and he has 43 strikeouts. He's not a big swing and miss guy, but he does have some pretty decent numbers. He has pitched pretty well this year. Yet again, they just haven't hit for him. JD, the Royals are coming in as a massive minus 155 favorite currently. Now it's down, I think, to a minus 150. But to me, there's not many teams the Royals should be a minus 150 against this year. They're 43-48. They are 20-24 at home. They've not exactly been a great team. A lot of their guys have regressed this year. They're not playing to the same level they were playing last year. We only have a 5-game difference between these two teams, the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Kansas City Royals, who the Royals were one of the teams who people projected may be a team to represent the AL in the World Series. All that being said, JD, we got the Pirates, we got the Royals. What you got?
Yeah, I was looking at a couple different plays here, and as far as the total, it's moved up to 9 now, and I'm trying to understand it because I can't seem to figure it out. Because the Pirates, they had been swinging the bats well, they had been winning games, they've been scoring runs, but now they are back cold.
Haven't scored a run in 3 games, and
I know that especially because I backed them as nice underdogs all 3 games.
Unfortunate.
So yes, as far as my money this weekend, they definitely lost me some. Because I actually I had been on them, so I was gonna keep riding them. And I did, but now it's time to finally jump off. Because the bats are they've actually gone cold again. Then on the other side, the Royals bats, not trusting them either. You have their team total here set at 4.5 runs. and I wish I had the numbers here and actually in front of me. I did not open them back up. But they have at actually home this season. They have gone under this 4.5 run mark at an extremely high clip. I actually don't have the number like here in front of me, but like I said, it is an extremely high clip. So I was looking at either the full game under or either the Royals team total under, but now looking at the full game total going up to 9. This is one I haven't bet yet, but I think I'm gonna have to actually like jump in here, because I just don't understand it. Like actually, both these teams' bats are not hitting well. As far as both of the pitchers on the mound, they can both pitch well. Their like form is definitely not bad. So why has this been bet up to 9?
Hey man, you're asking the same question I'm asking because you're talking about the exact play I was going to go over in this game. You know I'm a big under backer. And JD, we might as well both talk about this because I agree with you. Let's look at the Pirates' last 5 games. They haven't scored a run in 3 of them. They lost 1-0, 1-0, 6-0. If you combine all 3 games in the series against the Mariners, the total runs will go under tonight's game. The 3-game total they just played will go under tonight's 1 game. On the Royals side, they just played a 4-0 game. Game before that was a 7-1 game. Game before that was 9-3. That was the only game in their last 5 that went over this total. Then before that, 3-2. Then before that, 3-2 again. So both these teams have been playing some very low-scoring games. Then you take a look at the offensive output for these 2 teams this year. The Pirates as a team are batting .231. The Royals are batting .243. Both very, very below average numbers there. You take a look at homers. The Pirates have 61 on the year. The Royals have 63 on the year. Yet again, both very, very low numbers there. Let's compare that to a team like the Dodgers because we are going to be talking about them next game. So I already have that here. So we just said, in this game tonight, the Pirates on the season have had 61 homers. The Royals have had 63 homers. So that's combined 124 homers, right? The LA Dodgers have hit 141 themselves this year. So that should tell you about how these 2 offenses have produced, at least in the slugging department this season. You take a look who the Dodgers are playing tonight. That's going to be the Brewers. So not exactly a great offense either, right? When you think of the Milwaukee Brewers, you don't exactly think power. You don't exactly think offense. You don't exactly think runs. Well, the Brewers have 86 homers on the year, and as a team, they're batting at 10 points higher than either team in tonight's game. So for me, this is definitely an under, JD. What are you thinking?
I mean, yeah, that's like I'm gonna have to play it, and actually, and also, if you like trends, you're gonna love the under here on the season. The Pirates are 35-51 to the under. The Royals are 35-55 to the under. The last 10, Pirates are 3-7 to the under. KC 4-6 to the under. As actually the away team, Pirates are 15-27 to the under. Royals, as the home team, are 16-28 to the under. And there's even more, but I'm not just going to keep going through them all. So anyway, every trend you can possibly look at, these teams are trending to the under. I don't understand why this is bet up to 9. I don't know what I'm missing as far as the weather. And yes, your extra girl is actually on there.
That's why I had to turn. I really need Navarro here, boys. Let's go. Everyone who's watching out there, give me some good vibes here. I took Navarro in the first round of the tournament. I have a massive ticket. I don't expect it to hit, but I'm rooting for Navarro all the way through.
Now, I like do know the weather there is like gonna be nice, but that stadium is actually not a hitter friendly park though.
It is not.
So that doesn't really like that. Yeah. The weather is not, there's no crazy winds like actually like blowing out or anything like
it's also like, it's like warm, JD, but it's not like too warm to where I'd be nervous about it. It's going to be in between 85 and 88. Like I know that's warm, but we've been seeing games out in Arizona that have been 103 degrees at the first pitch. And that's when the ball really cuts through the air. So it doesn't concern me too much.
Yep. Totally agree. I am going to add that under 9.
Oh, look at this, JD. Our boy, J-Bo, hopping in the show a little late, but had a monster 6-0 sweep yesterday. J-Bo, welcome back to the show. We needed you here to give us a couple more games, so we appreciate that. All right, JD, let's keep it rolling right along to the next game, which I hyped a little too early, but who fucking cares? We got the Dodgers. We got the Brewers, and I just kind of talked about this one with their offensive stats. That doesn't really help you for the game, though. So let's dive into it. Pitching for your LA Dodgers is Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Yamamoto is 8-6 on the year with a 2.51 ERA and a 1.01 whip. In 96 innings of work, he's only allowed 66 hits, 32 walks, and 9 homers. On the other side, turning back the clock, Freddie Peralta having a fantastic year. Freddie's 9-4 with a 2.91 ERA and a 1.09 whip. All his underlying numbers are very good. In 99 innings of work, he's allowed 73 hits, 35 walks, and 12 homers. His numbers all in those ranges are in good spots at this point in the season. JD, the interesting thing about this game is that you can get the Dodgers at a minus 135 money line right now. Now, we said earlier that the Tigers are going to be the most public play of the day today as they're at live dog at home. This one is going to be the second most public play of the day because the Dodgers are under a minus 150, and that seems to be the number that people like to pull the trigger on straight bets in the MLB. All that being said, JD, we got the Dodgers, we got the Brewers, and we got a cheap price on the Dodgers. What are you going to take in this spot?
Yeah, man, the Dodgers just got swept at home.
Yep.
They actually took their actually worst home loss ever, 18-1.
Yep.
You know what? But that does not. And as far as the line, I think that has a lot to actually do with this here.
I would agree.
But look, guys, the Astros are playing just really good baseball currently.
And as a little teaser, let me just double check. But yes, we'll be speaking about those Astros very shortly.
So yeah, I don't really think that the people understand just how well they're actually playing currently.
No, they're playing well. They're playing well.
So that's not. Yes, they got swept. Of course, you never want to get swept. But I actually like that now they're going on the road. They're going to come together as that team, and they're going to want to really, really fucking win here. And they have the guy on the mound tonight who can get the job done.
The stopper. I would call him the stopper for that team.
There you go. Yes. As far as Yamamoto, what I like about it is none of these Brewers have actually ever faced him.
Me too. I like that too.
So that's a big advantage for him. As far as on the other side, for the Brewers, Freddie Peralta, yes, as far as the season, he has been doing well. But guess what Freddie likes to throw a lot of?
Fastballs.
He likes to throw a lot of fastballs. I believe he throws it 58% of the time, I believe, or somewhere very close to that. But anyway, and guess what this Dodgers lineup does? They hit the fastballs really well.
Yeah.
They hit them hard and they hit them far.
JD loves when they hit him hard, and he loves when they hit him far.
As far as his lineup, so as far as the Brewers, they are not at full strength here. And the Dodgers also aren't, but
they might be, though. They might be getting a couple people back tonight. Teoscar Hernandez is due to be back in the lineup tonight. I am expecting him to be in there. He is listed as day-to-day, but the expected return date is today for Teoscar, so he could be in there, as well as Tommy Edman. So there are two guys who may be coming back to the Dodgers lineup, and there is one big name on the Brewers, who is Rhys Hoskins, who will definitely not be back until at least July 18th. He has been added to, I believe it's the 15-day, so he's a couple more days to get out of it. So he will not be playing in this series at all.
So, for me, as far as the lineup, you have a big edge there. As far as the starter, you do have a big edge there. The bullpen is the one place where I say they do not have the edge. But I still think I think this full game price is still cheap. I just have to be on them here. If it's a trap, then I'll just fall into it.
Gladly walk into it. How do you feel about the numbers though of Freddie Peralta at home? Because that's the scary thing, right? This game is in Milwaukee. He is one of the most dominant home pitchers in baseball. Let's be honest. He's 5-0, 1.7 ERA. Those metrics are elite. They're not good. They're not great. They're elite at home. So does that scare you? Because yet again, let's go over his last 4 starts. Actually, his last 5 starts. So in 4 consecutive, the Brewers have won. They beat the Mets. They beat the Pirates. They beat the Cubs. They beat the Cardinals. 5 starts ago, June 8th, they went against the Padres. They lost 1-0. Can't really blame him for losing 1-0. He didn't even get the loss. There were no earned runs against him in this game. Over his last 5 starts, 2, 5, 8. He's allowed 9 runs over 5 starts. Those metrics are out of this world. So does that scare you knowing that the Brewers are at home?
No. The only thing that does for me is just help me explain this price more.
JD, who's better than you? Because officially announced as the starter for the Detroit Tigers is Kiter Montero, which JD told you 25 minutes before it's been officially reported. So great work, JD. You were absolutely correct. And a little look behind the curtain. I didn't exactly believe you and was Googling it and trying to find any source that was going to tell me it. And I couldn't. But as always, I should have listened to you. You're absolutely correct. Kyler Montero is the starter tonight for the Detroit Tigers.
Nice. Interesting. But yeah, no, man, as far as what's going on in this game, that just helps explain this actually line more.
Yeah.
It honestly makes it feel like it's not such a trap line.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as, he had, like you just said, he's been pitching so great, but he hasn't faced a lineup quite this great either.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I think the difference in this game is going to be, because the pitching on actually both sides should be really good.
Yeah.
So I really do think the lineup is where the difference is going to be. And obviously, like I said, Dodgers have a big edge there. That no run first inning, what's the price? That has to be hella juiced.
Hella juiced. Let me pull it up here.
But the last time we said that, it was -120. So
yeah. So we don't want to. Let's not promise anything before we pull up the exact data, JD, because we know how that goes for us. But I got first inning result. Where's Nerfy, bro? This should tell you how little I bet NRFIs if I can't fucking find out what they're.
I don't even know where.
What was it last time?
-120.
It's -125. So it's right in that same range.
Really?
It's a -125 on FanDuel. Yeah. So I see Joe's putting in the comments -140. Get a new book. J-Bo saying -150. Really get a new book. That's really off of the regular line here. But yeah, if DraftKings has something similar that it's at a -125 line. What do you think? So Joe's saying it opened at a -140. So it's moved backwards -15 cents. So people are betting yes run first inning. That's interesting. What are your thoughts, JD?
I would stay off of it because I think that's like I said, I'm definitely not no run first inning guy by any means. But that price seems weird.
What do you think about Yoshinobu Yamamoto? Anytime immaculate inning plus 50,000. No one actually take that, but I did just see it pop up on the book and had to at least bring it up. That's wild. You can bet that now.
I was about to say, wild. It's plus 50,000.
Yeah. So
I'm
if you put $5 on it, you can win 2,500. Oh, J-Bo, that hurts my heart. You're betting in Bovada. That hurts my heart. Not even gonna lie. They're the worst. I'm not gonna go into it in case they ever want to sponsor me, but they're the worst. All right, I'll go here next, JD. We'll finish up this Dodgers game. So for me, guys, I am gonna take the Dodgers. I know you're probably thinking, Alpha, you just said all these great stats about Peralta. You just went over his 5-0 home record. You just went over his 1.76 ERA at home. Yeah, but as JD said, he has not gone up against this Dodgers lineup. And I do think this Dodgers lineup is going to bust out of their slump. How many games can this team lose in a row? They just had an absolutely embarrassing, demoralizing 3-game series against the Astros where they lost 18-1, 6-4, and 5-1. So to me, I do think this is going to be a much better series for the Dodgers, and it starts tonight. They should be able to hit a bunch of homers because Peralta leans on his fastball heavily. That might be another reason why this Nerfy is priced where it is. In the first inning, you're going to get some good looks from the Dodgers to potentially take one deep. And I think that is what the Nerfy fear is here. And I can see the Dodgers completely busting out of their slump tonight and winning this game by 8 to 10 runs and just coming out and demoralizing this Brewers team. JD, do you think that's likely, or do you think there's a chance that the Dodgers just come out and wipe them off the planet?
I mean, I could see that happening more than anything else.
Me too. That's exactly how I think it plays out. So do with that information what you want, guys. But I really do think the Dodgers are going to show up, hit the ball, score some runs, and have a big performance against this Brewers team. And if we can get them consistently through the series at like an under -175, I think they're going to have a big series. They may be a parlay piece going forward, but we'll be here every day breaking this series down.
You know what? And for this game, just so everybody knows, I have this game priced actually -168. So I'm seeing a lot of value here. There is a little contest that actually we are both in that got started today. And I will say that I played the Dodgers on their run lines in the first through third inning, first through 5 innings, first through 7 innings.
Oh, you're day one of the contest. You're fucking going for it.
I fucking stacked up the Dodgers here. So
okay. I have not, just to let the peel back behind the curtain, I have not made my tournament plays. But as I did in the last one, in the last SoBet Capper tournament, there's about 500 people in this one. Last one I finished top 20. JD finished top 40. So we both represented the brand very well. I'll be posting all my plays I pick in the tournament on my X page, on my Twitter page, whatever the hell you call the stupid app that we all love so much. I'll be posting all my tournament plays there, so make sure you guys check out my page to get all my tourney plays. We're looking to get first place and win the 5,000. Listen, JD, one of us has to win it this time. So me and you, one of us is going to bring home the belt. So we're very much looking forward to that. Any other action on this game before we move on to our last scheduled game of the day? Then we have at least one more from Jabo. Jabo, if you want anything else, drop in the comments. We're here for you, brother.
For me, that is going to be it.
Well, I gave out my pick, JD. So you know what we do in the show? We move to the next game. And we're going to break down the worst team in baseball right now, the Cleveland Guardians. 40-48 on the year, 20-25 on the road, taking on an Astros team that, what the fuck? How does this always happen with them? You think they're going to be terrible. You know what I mean? They got rid of a ton of their guys. They lost Kyle Tucker. They bring in Paredes, a couple other guys who you're thinking, Christian Walker, maybe it's not going to help them. Maybe they'll be able to compete, but they're not going to be a great team, right? Right. Wrong. They're 55-35. They're 32-14 at home. And this Astros team has been absolutely raking. So, JD, the Astros are coming in off a 3-game sweep over the Dodgers, handing the Dodgers the worst loss in team history, 18-1 at home. On the other side, we have the Gardos, who have lost 9 in a row. They had a chance to win yesterday. They were up in the ninth.
I think they've lost at least 10, right?
Is it 10 now? It might have been 9 yesterday. Let me see. 10. You're right. It was 9 yesterday. And now it is 10. This team has lost double-digit games in a row. And they have been, what's the right way to put it, JD? Terrible?
They've been finding ways to actually lose.
Last night they lost because of a wild – they walked someone and then a wild pitch, I believe. That is how they lost. And then they gave up 6 runs in the top of the 10th. JD, why the hell are the Astros only a -135 against the coldest team in baseball? And do you think the Guardians will finally sell? Do you think maybe Jose Ramirez, J-Ram, finally gets a chance to go to a contender and maybe they move some guys? Because let me tell you something, JD. Let me tell you something. Who's my favorite team?
Your favorite team?
Yeah, who's my favorite team in baseball?
Is the Yankees.
That would be the Yankees, right? What position do the Yankees need right now more than fucking anything?
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, if this Guardians team is ready to sell, I'm ready to buy on the J-Ram stock. What do you think? Do you think they'll potentially sell some guys doing so poorly this year? And who do you think is going to win this game?
I mean, I like Wood. I mean, I've been talking about it for weeks. This like offense, man, is just bad.
It's tough. They have 2 guys. It's J-Ram and Kwani. Who else do they got?
And they're just not playing well. And when you can't score runs like to back up it, like anybody, like you're just not going to win games. It's just.
I do know. I think everyone knows now because we've watched it.
Yeah, it's just really as simple as that. And for this game, this is one of those situations where we talk about it all the time. But as far as the Guardians go, they're on a big losing streak. Well, I've been betting actually like against them. So I've already been riding that. And then you got the Astros. They've been playing very well. Well, I've also been betting them. Matter of fact, what was it? I believe it was Saturday night when the Astros to the Dodgers, they were an underdog at like +130. I think I got that at. I thought that price was just so off. And it was definitely nice to actually like cash that. But to me, this is one of those things where both the situations where I've been fading or either like backing both of these, and now they're coming together here. For me, we've talked about it a lot. I don't care who's on the mound. The Astros I'm like still going to play them. I just, because I've already been on both of these sides, I don't even care who is on the mound. But with who is on the mound, it helps out even actually more though.
I'd agree.
As far as actually Bybee going for the Guardians here, he's somebody that we've talked about plenty of times. Somebody that we're trying to fade, and we talked about that crazy stat line he had versus the A's, where he struck out 10, but gave up 11 hits and 5 earned. Yeah. And then we talked about that to talk about him versus the Cubs. We were going to fade him there, and he only went 4 innings there, walked 4, Gave up 6 hits and 5 earned. So that was a nice play for us there. But yeah, it's sorry, I read that and just
lost I hate her.
My train of thought.
I hate her.
But anyway, so yes, he is somebody that I'm looking to fade, and just the Guardians. I'm just looking to fade them. Like I said, they're not just losing games; they're finding ways to lose games.
Yep.
And in a team like that, I don't care if you're trying to be sharp, you're trying to catch a falling knife. Like I'm just not going to be that. Yeah. Especially when I've been fading. And then on the other side, we got Colton Gordon. Is Colton Gordon the best thing ever? No. But he is a left-hander. And this Guardians offense, we've been talking about it, just how bad they are. Well, guess what? They're even worse versus left-handers. Yeah. So this Astros bullpen has been very good. To start the year, I actually was talking about how they're going to be their like first couple arms were really good, but then actually the bullpen was going to fall off. They like really haven't. This actual bullpen has been pitching really well. Yeah. So yeah, for me at this price, I don't know. Like I said, this is the one to me that does seem like a trap line. The like Dodgers, like I can make sense of actually why it's priced like that. This one I really can't.
Yeah, I mean the Astros have been winning games with Colton Gordon pitching as well, and he actually pitched against this Guardians team exactly a month ago on the 6th of June. So I'm sorry, a month and 1 day. Relax, it's exactly a month ago, and he went 5 innings. He did give up 7 hits, but he only allowed 1 run. He looked good, and the Astros won 4-2, and it was in Cleveland. So now we're reversing to where the Astros are home, and Bibee is on the bump on the road, where he's significantly worse. He's 3-6 on the year on the road with a 5.5 ERA. The guy's 4-9 on the year. I think he has the most losses in the AL. The line just doesn't make sense. If you even look at the ESPN BPI, they're giving the Astros a 75% chance to win the game. If that was the case, then they should not be a minus 135, because that's not what the implied odds should be in this game. Not even anywhere remotely close. So for me,
that's pretty far off.
For me, if it's a trap, JD, I'm walking in the bear trap and getting my ankle ripped off by that fucking thing that does the thing. And if I have to do it, I have to do it. But I'm taking the Astros in the spot. There's no way you could take the Guardians. There's just nothing that gives you any confidence in this team. They've shown you nothing. You take a look at their most recent performances as well. Let's pull it up here. They played the Tigers, which I know is a tough team to play. And before that, they played the Cubs, another tough team to play. The Major League Baseball's hard. It's a hard league. But they scored 3 runs over 4 games combined, guys. They're averaging less than a run a game. They look like dog shit. You know I had to get that in at least during the show once. You know I'm not going to do a whole show without calling a team dog shit. So here we go. Guardians, congratulations. You're dog shit. I don't see any way you could take them here. I'm taking the Astros, minus 135. JD, final thoughts on this game before I move on to the next one.
Yeah, man, it's just one of those. This is the one that, like I said, I just really can't make sense of it. But to be honest, they've been that way the past actually few games. Yeah. Because even versus the Tigers, they were very closely priced. Mm-hmm. Because I believe that me and you both played them like a few times. Mm-hmm. So I mean, the market is still seemingly high on the Guardians. I'm not understanding it. So we have definitely made actually money fading them. So I am just happy to just keep on.
We're going to keep on keeping on, JD. That's all we can do. And that's what I'm going to do. That's what you're going to do. We're on the Astros, so take that how you want. All right, JD, that's the end of our pre-scheduled games, but our guy J-Bo has a couple requests. First game we're going to break down for my guy J-Bo is going to be the Texas Rangers taking on the LA Angels. Pitching for the Texas Rangers today is Jacob deGrom, and he's going up against you say, he say, she say, Kikuch for the Angels. Jacob deGrom, 9-2 on the year, 2.13 ERA. At a 0.89 whip. Not enough people are talking about that, JD. 9-2, 2.1 ERA, and a 0.89 whip. If this Rangers team continues to do poorly, like, let me put it in perspective here. They basically have the same record as the Angels, the Rangers. They're 1 game difference. Maybe the Rangers sell a guy like deGrom for a last playoff push. Who knows what's going to happen? But we're in that time of year that we have to start talking about these things. On the other side is Kikuch. I talk about it every time we talk about this guy. He's 3-6 on the year, with a 2.8 ERA. The Angels don't hit for this guy. It's one of the biggest travesties in baseball right now is they just don't hit every time Kikuchi is on the bump. I haven't seen a team not hit for a pitcher like this besides the Pittsburgh Pirates when we see Paul Skeens Day. That being said, JD, you like the Rangers? You like the Angels here. The Rangers are coming in at that minus 135 line that everyone's coming in at today. What do you got?
I didn't put this game on there today because this is my biggest play of the day. I am on the Rangers first 5 here. I got the Rangers first 5 money line at minus 135. I am on that big. Not going to tell you all the reasons why because it's not just as simple as what the handicap seems. And that's a little edge that I don't really want to give out.
Where can they get that edge up? They want that information and they want to find out why you're doing this. How can they do that?
You can get into VIP and then actually you can talk to me and then I'll be happy to
if I join VIP, can I talk to you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
But yeah, this is just one of those one of these edges that I just don't really want to give out to everybody. So
I get it. Yeah, you keep your secrets to yourself or else you ain't worth shit, right? That's how the world works, unfortunately. Let me break down this game from my perspective, guys. And one thing I find really odd, ESPN is giving the Angels a 55% chance to win this game. Really? Now, the question is why? The Angels just got swept by the Blue Jays, losing all 3 games in Toronto. The Rangers didn't have exactly a great series either, but they do have to go from San Diego to LA. So it's not even a big journey. You know what I mean? It's not a far travel today for them. Now, the Angels were just in Toronto. They have to fly from Toronto back to LA. Bigger travel. So the Rangers have less travel, the better pitcher, but they're not predicted to win by ESPN. Why is that the question? That's the only question I have here. And you take a look at the weather, 68 degrees, ball might not travel. But to me, that favors the better pitcher too, and Jacob deGrom. So I'm going to ask you, JD, before I give my pick on this game, which is not an official play for me. VIP does not have anything yet today. Little behind schedule today. But why do you think ESPN is predicting the Angels as a 5% favorite here? Because I don't know.
I don't know how you could have them as
also, this game opened at a minus 155. So sharps have hammered this line down.
Now I can see. So now, okay. So actually, as far as Cooch goes here, he is pitching well. I mean, we've talked about it. He actually has been pitching well. So I mean, I can see at where the price was, and if you're just, if you're just trying to take your shot on him, I understand that. Mm-hmm. This is a bad travel spot for them. This is their first home game back. These are just all spots that actually you went through that I'm trying to fade. I'm trying to fade them in all those spots. The Rangers bullpen, do I trust them? No.
Fuck no.
So that has a lot to do with it all. I mean, as far as the Angels bullpen, they also suck. Yeah. So I mean, I don't trust either single one of them. So
you need length out of both starters today. Whichever side you're back at, you need length.
And it actually could be that they could be thinking that as far as both of the offenses, they haven't been doing anything great. So they're thinking that as far as in the first half of the game, if the Angels can keep this close, then actually it's basically a 50-50 game beyond that.
I got a question for you as well, JD, when you finish on the screen.
So I can see it. I mean, I can see why people are betting it. I mean, because baseball, there's a lot of games. The season's really long. Yes, I understand it. When you're just betting when you're just betting a singular price. I mean, yes, I can understand it. There's just a lot of different scenarios here coming all together though, that I personally really like. But like I said, I am not taking them on the full game though. I am only taking them in the first 5. And J-Bo, yes.
I don't blame you. So I'm taking the under. I know what we just said about the bullpens here, but I do think both pitchers should be able to provide them length. The Angels have not been able to hit for shit whenever Kikuchi is on the bump. I think that's the number one thing you have to point out here. They have not been able to hit a lick whenever he pitches. Let's go over to the most recent performances from Jacob deGrom and the Rangers. They've won 6 consecutive starts. He's been on the bump. So if you want to take the Rangers, everything I have is telling me to bet the Rangers. Everything. But with the line going the wrong way, it just scares me. It really does. There's something fishy about this game. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, acts like a duck, well, guess what? I got news for you. It's probably a fucking duck. So for me, I'm going to stay off the money line here. If I were to take a bet on this game, like I said, I would take the under 7.5. Probably will make my VIP card yet again. I have not done my VIP card yet today because we don't have any early action. The first game is at 6:40 with that Kiter Montero started Tigers. Shout out JD for having that information before anyone else. But for me, the under is the only way you could play this one. And I'm just not exactly sure I'm going to, but I probably about 80% I'm going to play the under on my VIP card. If I do decide to put it on my VIP card, JD, I will post it for free on my Twitter and in the MoneyBall Metrics Discord. So make sure you guys get in the MoneyBall Metrics Discord to receive that play. JD, over to you.
Yeah, shout out to Big Ben Shelton for actually like winning that title.
Did he win?
He actually like whooped his ass in it. That has not always been his name here for quite a while. We actually called him Blake because actually Hefe called him Blake, and we just kept going as an actual group. But that is not Blake Shelton. It is Ben Shelton, and hopefully he can close this match out now.
I hope so too. He's another American. If I tweet about it because I'm an American rooting for an American, I'll get some nasty DMs again, like the Mexican soccer fans, who I love so much because I love the rivalry. So give me a break, guys. I don't hate you. Just rooting for my own country. Doesn't mean I don't like your country. All right. JD, we got one more game. J-Bo wants us to break down. Let me find it because we've had a lot of comments today. I think it was the Phillies game. It was the Phillies game.
I actually believe Cook also had actually won there.
Cook got one too. Cool. We'll do the Fullies. We'll do the Phillies, and then we'll do whatever game Cook wanted us to talk about. Red Sox, Rockies. We got you, bro. All right. First, we're going to talk about the Phillies and the San Francisco Giants. Pitching for the Phillies is Christopher Sanchez. Christopher is 7-2 with a 2.6 ERA, 1.13 WHIP. On the other side, for the Giants, we have Landon Roop. Roop is 6-5 on the year with a 3.5 ERA. JD, Phillies coming in. This is going to shock you. I know. It's going to shock you. But the Phillies, just like every other favorite today, are a minus 135. What do you like in this game?
I feel like that number's actually come down some because they gotten bet up to like minus 150.
I got minus 134 at FanDuel, so I was off by a penny.
And I was staying off because it got up to that price. If it comes down any further, I feel like I'm gonna keep adding plays to this card. It went from being a 3-play card to now maybe a 6 or 7 play.
Good. But let's get some winners.
If this line keeps going down, if it goes down any like more than this, I'm gonna be on the Phillies side. This is a play that I wanted to make, but like I was saying, I was just priced out because when I did my plays, this was bet up in actually to the minus 150 range, and I was just priced out at that point there. But Sanchez, he's been pitching well, man. He's been pitching
2.6 ERA, 2.6.
Been pitching very well. And what helps is the Phillies bullpen. They're not my favorite, but they are completely rested. Completely rested. So in this game, I am not worried about that. The Giants, as far as Roop goes, there's nothing wrong with actually him.
Do you see the weather in this game? What it's going to be at first pitch?
I actually haven't.
55. It's going to be cold as brick out in LA. What's going on in California? Everyone talks about we got the best weather ever. You got 55 degrees in the middle of July. Just going to put it out there.
So you're in a pitcher's ballpark, and the weather's going to be pretty chilly.
There's a reason I said that, by the way.
For a summer
alluding to my bet.
I was about to say, so we already know that Alpha's going to go with you.
Correct.
Which I would have to agree with.
I love when you agree with me.
But for the side, it's still going to be the Phillies. As far as Roop goes, I actually know a lot about him. He was born actually right down the light road here. He actually played ball here. He played his college ball here. Actually, he's good. Like I said, this is not really like anything against him. I just think Sanchez is actually just better. And as far as the Phillies lineup goes, I definitely like them more too. Then, like I said, you have a completely rested pin. So, like I said, I wasn't there because of the price, but price is coming down. We can get 134 right now. If we can get 130, I am definitely going to be officially in.
You're going to tell me right now, JD, that fucking 4 cents is going to keep you off this line. Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck you. I'm taking the under. Taking the under 7.5, bro, at minus 115. Sanchez is a dog. He's been pitching great as of late. 7-2 on the year, 2.6 ERA. And then JD's guy, I didn't know this. Now I'm going to have to call him your neighbor or something. I'm going to have to come up with something every time we talk about the Rooper that ties it together to you. But the Rooper, let me tell you something, JD, at home is 2-1 on the year with a 1.8 ERA. We talked about the numbers earlier for Freddie Peralta, almost identical at home for Landon Root. You take a look at this Giants offense, not something that impresses me, not something that scares me, something I've talked about all year here. They're batting .230 on the year. That's pretty lousy. The Phillies, their bats have been a little cold as of late. Not just like the last week, but like kind of as of the last month. They really haven't been great. And their series against the Reds, which they just finished up yesterday, 3-1 win. Game before, 5-1 win. Game before when I had the under on that on July 4th, 9-6. That was, of course, the one game that's sort of over with the best pitching matchup of the whole series. I digress. Back to this game. I think we go comfortably under the 7.5, and it's by far my favorite play on this game. All right, JD, we got one more game we're breaking down, and that is going to be the Rockies. Let me find it here. Pulling it up. Sorry. And the Boston Red Sox. Pitching for your Colorado Rockies, who come into this game, by the way, as a 21-69 record, and they are 11-33 on the road. That's so bad. Pitching for the Rockies is Austin Gomber. Gomber's 0-1 on the year with a 5.5 ERA. And on the other side, Richard Fitz, who is also 0 on the year. He's 0-3 with a 4.5 ERA. Combined, these two pitchers are 0-4 in the year. JD, you know how I feel about this Red Sox team. You know how I feel about this Red Sox offense. You know what I usually like to do with them. However, they're hot right now. They just played the Nats, who aren't that bad. Let me give you the total runs in their most recent games. 10, 13, 13. So they're scoring a lot of runs, and that's probably why we see our guy in here asking us about the over. For the Rockies, 6-4 game, 10-3 game, then a 3-2, but then a 7-6. So 3 of their last 4 games have gone very high. All that being said, the under, I apologize. All that being said, under 9.5 here for Cook 24. What do you got in the Rockies Red Sox?
This one I was close on, but I was close to playing the over here. Mm-hmm. The under, like Alpha just was talking about, the Red Sox, the bats are just hot. I mean, like they are scoring runs. As far as Gomber, he's somebody that I'm really not afraid to go against. And then for the Red Sox, they got the man, Dick Fitz, on the amount.
Wow. How did I not get that? Fuck. Well done, JD. Well done.
Thank you. And he's also somebody that I'm definitely not afraid to go up against. I have this priced out at just over 10 runs, but that is not including the weather there today is great. It is hitting weather for sure. So because of the weather also adding on to that, the under would not be something that I would personally look at.
I feel the same, especially what we've seen in the most recent performances from these teams. We're seeing both offenses put up some runs. We're also seeing both offenses give up some runs. JD, I'm going through the slate now. Give me 1 second here. We didn't cover that one. We covered like every game but 3 today. I'm pretty impressed. We've gotten through a lot of them. Sorry, I just wanted to take a quick look at that. For me, no play on this one. I think the Red Sox.
What have we not hit?
Yeah. I mean, there's just the games we have not hit are the Blue Jays game, which fuck you guys in the chat for not saying. You guys know how well I do with the Blue Jays. Kind of shocked you don't want my opinion on the Blue Jays here, but they're going against the White Sox. They're minus 170. It's a tough price there. The other games we did not go over. The D-backs and the Padres. I'm going to quickly go over that one. Take the Padres.
Let's just hit them really, really quick.
D-backs, Padres. Padres have Yu Darvish pitching for the D-backs. Zach Galifianakis. Gallon is trash. We've talked about it all year. He's gotten hit hard all year. Padres returning back home. Yu Darvish on the bump. Get him in a minus 120. Don't need to say much more about it. I am going to be taking them heavily in that spot. JD, thoughts?
This is one I was close on, and I was close to betting the over here. because Gallen, like you just said, he's been having troubles all season. And then Yu Darvish is back, and actually in his rehab start, he did not pitch well. So this is one where I think that both teams could put up some runs.
Talk for a second.
The other game we were talking about is the Blue Jays and the White Sox.
Joseph, just keep that bad news to your fucking self. I turned the TV off for a reason. Keep it to yourself.
We had, yes, Blue Jays, White Sox. Blue Jays are running hot. They're one of those teams where if you've been playing them, then I would actually keep riding them. I have personally not been. There is no value there. As far as actually Jose Barrios goes, he's actually one of those guys that I try to find spots to actually fade him because he's going to give up runs. It's hard to tell where it's going to come from and how he's going to do it. But he is going to give up runs. But it is the White Sox, and I just can't back them. So at this price, I just have to stay off.
Blue Jays game, right?
Yeah, but like I said, as far as the Blue Jays, if you're talking about just value, like on the number, there actually is none because they're like 9-1 in their past 10, and there's like nothing there.
No, unless you like the Blue Jays as a parlay piece. I'll be honest here. I'm staying off the Blue Jays today. You guys know me. I bet the Blue Jays a ton. They've been my most profitable team this year. Going to be honest. I went through the data with my tracker last night. We have hit and won on 71% of the games we bet on the Blue Jays this year. That's an unreal number. So that's a team. A lot of times, a lot of people come in the show and they're right in the chat. Oh, Alpha, you're always betting the Blue Jays game. Alpha, you're always talking about the Blue Jays game. Guys, if you could find a team you can read that you're hitting at a 71% clip, do it. Find it and continue to do it. And we continue to bet them. I'm not betting the Blue Jays in the spot. I'm not going to be putting them as a parlay piece either. This is a game I think they can, I don't want to say look over because there's no games you can look over in the major leagues, but they swept the Yankees. They swept the Angels. They're coming into this one. They can afford to lose a game tonight. They can afford a mental day off, essentially. I'm not exactly sure what lineup we're going to get either. They have a couple guys banged up, nursing some minor injuries. So we'll have to see what plays out with the lineup. But as of right now, no play on this game for me. I wouldn't take the White Sox either with how good the Blue Jays have been. JD kind of put it perfectly. I just don't like the price in this game at a -170. There's no value taking the Blue Jays in the spot. So, I mean, if you want to take them in a money line parlay, find a partner for them. I understand why you're doing that 100%. But for me, no action on this game. JD, any other games we're breaking down before we get to our best bets of the day?
We're doing one more game. We're doing one more game.
Right?
About to say, so we can say that we hit them all.
There we go. Marlins Reds, last game we got.
Marlins Reds, don't have much here. I think that as far as just on the price, as far as the Marlins, I do think there is value there. Being the underdog, but I absolutely cannot back Junk. Yes, that actually is what the guy's name is. I'm not calling him Junk, even though he kind of is.
He kind of is.
But yeah, I just cannot pull the trigger there. So that is why I am staying off that one.
I don't blame you there. And we've talked about how good the Marlins have been over the last couple weeks. It's over. Unfortunately, the hot run is over. They're back to their normal ways where they're going win, loss, rotating every day. They're not sustaining any winning streaks. For me, no action here. Not a game I feel comfortable taking. I lean the Reds as their -135 with every other fucking favorite today. JD, it's kind of wild how many -135 lines we have on today's slate. But for me, no action here. Oh, Joseph, say dirty things to me, baby. Let's go, Navarro. Let's go. Navarro got the break back. JD, I'm fucking exhausted. Monzi, where you been, bro? We haven't seen your name pop up. We appreciate you tuning in, Monzi. JD, we have a couple things we have to do on this show remaining. I'm going to pass out if I keep talking how I'm talking. Let's move in. What's up, Monzi? We appreciate you, bro. Let's move right along. See, this is the part where I said you guys are going to have to wait for me. Give us some time because my videos of where I'm putting up the best bets thing. Boy, is it hard to find stuff with the way they changed it. I got it. Best bets for today, Monday, July 7th. JD, as always, our best bets are sponsored, powered by Player Profit. You guys hear us talk about Player Profit every single day on this show. Player Profit is a company where you can take one of their challenges. You pass and get through one of their challenges. They will fund you to bet with their money where you keep a portion of the returns. JD, what is better than betting with someone else's money and keeping a share of the profits? I'll answer. I won't even let you answer. Nothing. Risk-free betting if you get through their process. So, guys, take advantage of it. And, JD, what is the promo code they must use to get a special 10% discount.
Promo code MBM.
What is that again?
Promo code MBM.
For a third time. For a third time.
Promo code MBM. Get you 10% off. And then also, while actually we were talking about that, get us off screen. I don't know what's going on. Okay.
I told you guys they changed everything in the back. This is going to happen for a couple days. We're going to get it all cleaned up. There's over 1,500 of you fucking people here with us right now, and we appreciate every single one of you bearing with us.
Sure. I'm going to bring that up after we do the thing, because then I can get it to work right. So
wait, I'm a little confused here. What are we doing now?
We're going to do the regular promo.
We do the regular promo.
Yes.
All right.
Well, we're going to do our best bets.
That's what I was wondering. All right. I also tweeted out as well, JD. I have to let everybody know. I did tweet out I'm going to give out some of my SoBet pick contest plays during our best bets today. So I'll let you kick this one off. Usually I go first, let you be the cream de la crop or the crop de la creme, whatever the fuck it is. You start us off. What do you got?
Man, it's tough. Let's go to this Rangers-Angels game. Let's go to more picks here. Let's go to that first half money line. Whoa, they have it up minus 166. Okay. Let's go back.
Well, JD, go take a look at that Astros game when you get a moment here, sir.
If you're going back that way. So you want to take the Astros?
I don't want to take the Guardians.
Astros at minus 137. So we'll lay that 137 to win 100. If you're doing that, you know what? We'll just make it the Monday square day.
Oh, it's gonna be the D's. Let's go.
Dodgers, and it's the same price there also, 137.
I just gotta look at this. Just scroll up and down for me after you put this in. How many minus 135s do we have today? Let's take a look here. Let's go to the top. This is just crazy. The Rays are a minus 125. Another one in the Reds, Dodgers. We got a minus 150. Another one, Astro. What's that one? This is insane. Five.
Yeah, there's at least 5, like right in that same.
Nuts. Right? That is nuts. All right, JD. So my first pick I gave you guys already. We don't have to put these into the player profit, but I'm also going to go over some of my SoBet plays of the day because I tweeted it out. I got to live up to it. I got to deliver. So SoBet play number 2. Phillies Giants under 7.5 minus 114. That one I think is going to go very under. The Rooper on the bump with the Sanchez on the bump. I love that play under 7.5. Next one, Padres minus 122 on the money line. That is going to be my next play. And I got one more for you guys. I got 4 SoBet tournament picks for you guys. Sorry, I was told I can't call it a tournament. Contest. SoBet picks contest. I got one more. That's going to be the under. And the Rangers and the Angels under 7.5. JD, I know you're also in the contest. Do you have any plays you want to give out to the people before we get the fuck out of here today?
I've already kind of told them. As far as the Dodgers game, I loaded up on them, played them every which way I could. First 3, first 5, first 7 full game. The Astros, I did the same. First 3, first 5, first 7, and full game. So I will leave that there. But I do want to make sure that I would do this one last thing. And that is talk about with actually player profit. If you buy a 5K account or actually more, you're going to get some VIP free. If you buy a 5K account, you get a month free. 10K account, 2 months free, and just goes up and up as you can see there. Make sure to use code MBM and then message me, and I will get you your free VIP.
And me. Remember, guys, I'm honoring every deal JD is also doing with this. So if JD is giving you a month, if you buy a 5K account, you also get a month of my VIP. So make sure you guys take advantage. Nobody's giving you guys benefits like we're giving with the player props promos that we're giving. Right. So take advantage of it.
And then also, as far as in the Discord, in the actual VIP side of it, we have a player profit channel, and I have put my picks in there for actually the actual day. So you can of course do your own plays, but if you want to follow exactly how actually I'm playing it, those picks are in there, and that chat is also there for you, so you can chat, and everybody else doing one of those player profit challenges can actually chat and talk about how you want to go about doing things, and because there's some guys who have been actually through them, and they kind of have a couple little tips and tricks and actually stuff like that. So there's definitely a good place to be in. And actually, like I said, as you just saw, if you buy a 5K account or more, you actually shouldn't get that free. So
there you go. Make sure you guys take advantage. Best deal out there. JD, to the exact number. Good, there it goes. We got 1,600. We were at 1,599. I had to wait. We got 1,600 with us today. Damn, it's a lot of people. We appreciate every single one of you tuning in, spending your money Monday, lunch hour, afternoon hour. If you're on the East Coast or West Coast, maybe having breakfast with us, maybe a little pancakes, maybe a little eggs, maybe a little bacon. Who knows? But we appreciate you guys tuning in from wherever and however you are enjoying the show. JD, I'm hungry, so I need some lunch. So I need you to get me the fuck out of here by doing what you do.
You know what? This week, Alpha, it is not going to be good. It's going to be great.
From good to great. That's what we do on this channel.
It is going to be a great week. We have a week full of baseball. We have a week full of tennis. So, yeah, guys, let's do what we do and let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place. Let's cash, everybody. Peace out.